Welcome to This Day. It is Monday, January 24th, so happy Monday to you. We have one meeting to tell you about today, and it is the third Architectural Control and Standards Committee meeting, and that will be at 9:30 this morning. And you can catch that virtually at lagunawoodsvillage.com/meetings. Now, on our show today, we have live in studio Becky LaMacca, who is here on behalf of Pacific Cremations, and she's got some great information for us about different kinds of choices that they offer for you. And then we have the Reformed Temple of Laguna Woods, and they always have some great information, and they have some really nice activities that are coming up here in the next couple of months. All right, let's take a look at the weather. Well, we are still looking at some very gorgeous skies. It is going to stay that way for the remainder of the week. We are looking at nice skies today, 68-48. Tomorrow, 69-48. Wednesday, 71-48, and a little bit warmer getting to the weekend. Thursday, 74-49, and Friday, 76-52. Now, we have been seeing some gorgeous sunsets, and this next picture is no different. Thank you, Cole, for sending in this beautiful photo, and I believe that may not be even touched up because some of the clouds have been very purple, and even the picture we had on the other day had some purple mountains. Our sunrise this morning was at 6:53, and our sunset will be at 5:15. If you have a photo that you would like to share with us, please email it to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. All right, when we come back, we will sit down with Becky LaMacca, so stick around.
Picking someone to clean your house is a big decision. After all, they'll be inside your house and touching virtually everything you own. Sadly, though, not all cleaning professionals are actually real pros. Like this person you found online who uses the same sponge in the kitchen they use in the bathroom. If you're looking for a local family-owned business with amazing customer service, contact MaidPro for a free estimate. MaidPro, when you're ready for a real pro.
Are you undergoing infusion therapy? You now have a choice. Infusion for Health is a specialty infusion center that expertly cares for patients with chronic conditions. Our brand new facility in Laguna Hills takes patient care to the next level. Relax in your private suite with refreshments and on-demand entertainment. We offer 7 convenient locations. We accept Medicare, PPO, and HMO. Call today to get started.
At Norm Reeves Honda Superstore Irvine, we want to buy your car. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, we come to you. On-site professional appraisals now available at your home or office. 2, you come to our dealership just minutes away for an on-the-spot appraisal. 3, value your car online at normreeveshondairvine.com. It's your choice. Plus, you get paid in 1 day or less. At Norm Reeves Honda Superstore in the Irvine Auto Center, we will buy your car.
Pacific Cremation Services offers you the ultimate freedom to become one with the salty breezes and brilliant sunset reflections. A scattering at sea is a unique, beautiful way to honor the life of anyone who chooses to be cremated. We help you plan the details and understand what to expect. Choose from our 3 simple plans and let us help you start the process of healing and life celebration. Contact us at pacificcremationservices.com to create a personalized service at sea today.
Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Becky LaMacca here, who is here on behalf of Pacific Cremations. Well, hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Yeah, it's already zipping by. We're almost in February.
I can't believe it.
I know. Well, it's been exciting few weekends here. I don't know if you're a football watcher, but certainly been lots of football.
Oh my goodness. I don't think you could have had more exciting games than what we saw this weekend. Wow.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been great. Now, we showed your commercial before we started talking, and you know, beautiful day that day, happened to be nice, and you offer lots of different kinds of boats if somebody wanted to do a cremation at sea.
We do.
But before we get into all the different choices, tell me what a cremation at sea really means.
Sure. Well, the cremation actually takes place at our crematory. You know, Pacific Cremation Services is a sister company of O'Connor Mortuary. Mm-hmm. And the O'Connor family started this firm about 6 years ago because they realized some families want a very simple cremation. They don't need all of the bells and whistles of O'Connor, and thus Pacific Cremation was born. So the cremation takes place, and then the families have the option of a number of different boats. They can choose as big or as small as they want it to be. And actually, sometimes families don't even want to be present. That's what we call an unwitnessed scatter at sea. So we will bring the cremated remains onto the boat and do the scattering on behalf of the family. They don't have to be present. And then we actually send them the latitude and longitude and the time that the scattering happened. So they have that as a keepsake to mark that moment.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's kind of nice. And then if they ever wanted to go visit that spot, they could do that, right?
Yes, they can go to that spot.
Okay. Oh, that's a great idea. Now, you said that there's different kinds of boats, and you can either have it where you witness it or not. So when you're not witnessing it, is it just a captain going out taking whatever boat, or how does that work?
It is. The family gets to choose. We partner with Dana Wharf charters, and so they have all of the boats available to us. And again, depending on what the family is wanting, if they want a bigger crowd there and maybe have a luncheon or hors d'oeuvres on the boat, they can do that. A lot of times people want, typically it's a few people who go out. They choose whether they want a scattering, maybe they want a biodegradable urn that will float on the water and dissolve. The captain of the boat will say a few words on behalf of that individual. There can be music, there cannot be music. Just like with any service, it's very individualized to make it meaningful for that family. But living where we live, a lot of people have ties to the ocean and to the water, so it's very meaningful for that to be the final resting place.
Right, right. Yeah, I mean, I keep thinking about my father because he's a fisherman. So I'm imagining that if somebody wanted to do that, that's something that they could, like you said, have attachments to the ocean. So now, in terms of actually getting this going, and what are some of the planning that needs to take place? I mean, I know you said there's a variety of different things that go into place. How quickly does it come together, and how soon do they need to call you?
It comes together very quickly. The one thing we need for cremation is permits from the county, and so that usually takes a few days. But once we have all of the permits in place, Lisa and Valeria, who are our funeral arrangers, cremation specialists there, sit down with the family and plan everything out. They take care of all of the permits. They schedule the boat. They do everything, so the family simply needs to decide what it is that they want as far as that ceremony, that memorial on the boat, and we take care of all of the rest for them. And then we do all of the, we'll call the family when the death certificates come into. A lot of people want to know about that, and you don't need those in place for all of this to happen. We get all of the permitting in place that needs to be done, because again, that comes from the county, and that usually takes 2 or 3 weeks for that paperwork to come in from the county. But once it is, we handle all of that for the family, call them, and they come and pick it up from us.
Okay, all right, good. And then, like you said, there's permits and things that you take care of. So when it comes to pricing, do the people need to be concerned about the pricing of permits, or how does that work?
That is all included in what we do, and we we don't upcharge. We simply pass that through. One of the things that O'Connor and Pacific, the O'Connor family has always been very. It's been very important for them to be transparent in their pricing. So you can go onto the Pacific Cremation Services website today, and you will see all of the prices right there in front of you.
That's great. Well, that's good, because then they can go in, they don't have to make a whole lot of phone calls. It's right there, they can make their decisions. And then, like you said, it does take a few weeks for the permit, so it's best to probably plan, like a month out?
Well, people can plan ahead for their own. A lot of times people plan ahead for their own memorial at sea. But if the death has occurred, you can call right away, and as I said, it'll just take a few days to plan the actual ceremony at sea, just longer for those death certificates to come in.
Oh, okay.
So people call, and we can get something scheduled within a few days.
Oh, I see. So there is no way, you don't have to wait for the permits.
You don't have to wait.
Okay,
No.
gotcha. Oh, well, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, it seems very simple and certainly alternative, which is a nice alternative. Like you said, our Our weather always seems to be pretty good.
It
However, you go
does.
no matter what, right? I mean, of course, if you
Yes.
can't, then you don't.
Yes.
But if it was cloudy, you
If
could
it was
still go.
cloudy, you still go, and I've heard wonderful stories about it's cloudy and then that the sun peeks through right at that special moment. So
Oh,
that
wow.
can happen. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Now, how far out do you go?
Typically they go out a few miles.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And how long does the whole trip usually take?
It's about an hour to 2 hours, depending on what the family wants to do. If they want food, sometimes that's a little bit longer. If they're doing more of a meal on the boat, a lot of times people go out, it's about an hour, and then they'll do the meal off-site. So.
Okay. Give me an idea of one that's kind of stands out in your mind that was really nice.
Oh gosh, we did one for a family. We were on a sailboat and they went out to a particular mile marker, and the family was able to do the scattering, and then we also did little memory rocks for them. So they were able to write, we had paints and markers, and so they were able to write messages on the rocks, and then they threw the rocks into the ocean as
that sounds
well.
great.
And then they scattered rose petals, and we had music playing. The captain had some beautiful words to say, and it was just really, really special for that family. Dad was also a fisherman, was very connected to the ocean, to the water, and that was one of those cases where it was a little bit cloudy, and they sent us pictures. The clouds broke through, and the sun was streaming down right at that
Wow.
moment. So
Wow.
it was special.
Kind of makes you have chills. Just
It
hearing about
does.
that.
It does. Very special for the family.
That's nice. I think that's really great, and it's a good alternative, like you
Yeah.
mentioned. So,
And our team is ready and willing for phone calls. People have a lot of questions about this. How far do we have to go? What are the rules? What are the regulations? And we're always able to answer all of those questions. Just pick up the phone.
yeah, absolutely. And we've got a slide that has that information.
PacificCremationServices.com.
Okay, and then the phone number is right on our screen, which is
Yes.
382-7782.
That's right.
All right, fantastic. Thank you for the information.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll see you again. We'll be right back.
Are you considering cremation? Pacific Cremation Society offers simple and affordable cremation plans. Why do families choose us? Simple and affordable, discounted membership pricing, chartered memorials at sea, expert service and compassionate care, free advanced planning guide and consultation. Call now for your free planning guide.
Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Beverly Genero and Lynn Rosenstein, who are here on behalf of the Reformed Temple of Laguna Woods. Well, Happy New Year, ladies.
Thank you. Hi, Lynn, and thanks for having us back again.
You're welcome. I mean, every time we talk to you guys, you're always full of great information. And I'm sure this is, nothing short of tons of information, again, as usual, which is wonderful, because I really think that you guys do such a good job of having good events. You open it up to everyone, and we learn just a little bit every time about Judaism and about your faith and all of the great things that you guys celebrate. So I think it's a great time. So thanks for being on. All right. So Lynn, you're going to start us off with our year 2022.
Yes, this whole year we are celebrating the temple's 25th anniversary, our silver anniversary. And it kicked off with Rabbi Joe's educational series, two-part series about the Torah. And speaking of the Torah, that's our prime focus this year. We have 3 Torah scrolls, and they are all old and worn. And our project for this year is to repair the one that's repairable. And to do that, we are getting some seed money together to pay a person who's called a sofar, which is Hebrew for scribe. And he is going to repair the one repairable Torah that we have. And then we plan to buy a smaller one as well that people can actually lift.
Yeah, because the Torah itself is pretty heavy.
It is. And none of us are spring chickens anymore. So to do this and raise that seed money, we are having 25 different events. We're calling it 25 for the 25th. And these will be hosted by temple members. And they're just a wide range of things. Some are mahjong lunches, some are brunches, some are wine tasting. We have one event called Death by Chocolate, another event that's put on by some members of our temple who are also in the clown group. And that'll be a lot of fun. And this will help us raise money to fix our Torah, which is the centerpiece of Judaism. And every synagogue and temple has one at least, and they're handwritten on scrolls and housed in an ark. And the Torah is a symbol of Jewish values and the embodiment of our beliefs. So we're excited about that, and we will be rededicating our fixed, repaired Torah in October. So we have a year to get this all concluded.
Make sure you do me a favor, make sure if that's allowed to get a few shots of what the Torah looked like before and then what it looks like after. So then in October, when you guys present it, we'll be able to talk about that and show what it looked like before and after.
Well, that's a great idea. Yes, we will do that. Another thing that is happening is we have a social action committee, very involved people. Recently, they stocked the shelves at South County Food Pantry, and now they have formed a telephone committee. Actually, they've reformed the telephone committee, and they will be calling every member of our temple frequently to tell them what's going on in the temple, to answer any questions about events and how they can get involved. But primarily, it's a social welfare check because we have a lot of people who are feeling isolated, and this is a way to connect them and show them that we're really interested in their welfare. And these members of the phone committee will have all the telephone numbers, for example, the village social services, and be able to make referrals if people need it. So this is just one of the ways that we care for our people.
Yeah, that's nice. I think that's great. You definitely have to check in on them. Now, let me just go back to the 25 for the 25th. So these have been rescheduled to happen March, April, and May.
Right.
And of course, understandably so. So how do people find out about those activities? Are you sending something out to all your members?
Yes. Yeah, we have something that we've sent in an e-blast and also in our newsletter. And rescheduling has been an interesting thing because every one of the hosts had to be called and all of the guests to change dates, and everyone's been so cooperative. And we're all looking forward to these events. So it's an exciting thing for us.
Yeah, of course, Death by Chocolate sounds like a really good one.
Yeah, I've signed up for one that's a high tea and mystery, which is going to be tremendously fun. They're so innovative.
I love that.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, they all sound very entertaining and something different for everyone, which I think is really a really key idea. So that sounds great, Lynn. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, Beverly, you are going to go on to talk about the regular items that happen on a ongoing basis, your book club.
Right. It's been a challenge because we've had to revert to our COVID protocol, and everything is being done remotely. We feel a very keen moral and ethical responsibility to our membership to keep them safe. And so we're doing our best in that effort, but also keeping connected. Our book club, which meets the third Tuesday of each month, is still going on. The next meeting will be on Zoom, and will take place on February 15th at 10:30 a.m. They'll be discussing the book called Rose Code by Kate Quinn, which sounds like a really interesting book, and all temple members are welcome to attend. For questions, please call Harriet Schwartz at 949-454-9211. And as Lynn said, Rabbi Joe just finished a 2-part education series titled, Our Torah is More Than a Scroll in the Ark. This was an immensely illuminating program with so much interesting information about how the Torah is written on parchment, what kind of parchment, what it is that makes it a perfect Torah. And then he talked about how it's interpreted in the different parts of Judaism, the different groups, the different, and in the world in general. And it was a 2-part program, and it was attended by many in the community, not just our members, but non-members as well. So we're always glad to give information to those who are interested. And then we just finished celebrating what is called Tu B'Shabbat. The 15th of the Hebrew month of Shabbat is when it's celebrated, and that literally means the new year of the trees. And it's kind of what we call our Ecological Awareness Day. And we celebrated not only with a Tu B'Shabbat service, but we had a special tree planting on the side of Clubhouse 1. And this is the 2nd tree we've planted there, and everyone should go by and take a look at our new tree. So that was really amazing. In future years, and we don't have to be worried so much about being together, we can have a Tu B'Shabbat Seder, which is the time when you eat special different kinds of foods, and the rabbi will explain what those foods are. But for now, we settled for this, and we were happy to have it. Everyone's welcome to our Friday night services, Lisa. They're every Friday night at 7:30, and as I say, they're only on Zoom at this time, but we look forward to when we'll be able to be in Clubhouse 1 again for our services. And as an inclusive temple, anyone who wants to pray with us is welcome to join, and to join the temple. And to join the temple, please contact me for a membership application, 949-829-6633. So that's about what we have going now. We've had to suspend some of our things that we would normally do, because you know how active we are.
Yeah.
But we're still keeping connected and still pushing forward.
Well, there's even more light at the end of the tunnel these days from what we can see on national news, and a lot of reports that are coming out. Other countries are lifting bans and things like that. So we'll see how it goes, but fingers crossed.
Absolutely.
All right, Lynn and Beverly, thank you so much for the information.
Oh, thanks for having us. It's a pleasure.
You're
Take
welcome.
care.
All right. And we'll be right back after this.
Has hearing others been more difficult lately? If so, it might be time to look into hearing aids. But how do you know which hearing aid is right for you? At Hearing Remedy, we offer a free hearing aid test drive, a hassle-free way to find the perfect hearing aid for you, a no-pressure process that truly puts you in the driver's seat. Here's how it works. Contact Hearing Remedy to schedule an initial hearing evaluation. We'll check your hearing, and if the results show that you could benefit from hearing aids, we will fit them to you the same day with no commitment or deposit required. Take them for a test drive around the house, out on the town, and any place that you typically have trouble hearing. Come back in a week, and if it's not improving your life, we'll fit you with another hearing aid until we find the perfect one for you. It's really that easy. Call Hearing Remedy to schedule your risk-free hearing aid test drive today.
Welcome back. Our movie for today is called One Night in Miami. And it highlights the night of February 25th, 1964 in Miami. Cassius Clay joins Jim Brown, Sam Cooke, and Malcolm X, and they discuss the responsibility of being successful black men during the civil rights movement. You can catch that at 2 p.m. with subtitles and 6 p.m. without subtitles. That is brought to you by Memorial Care. Now, in honor of next month, I have a question for you, and if you answer the question correctly and email that into me, I will give you a free copy of the DVD of this movie, One Night in Miami. So the question is, what history is celebrated during the month of February? Please email your answer to Laguna Woods Village TV at gmail.com, and the first person to email the right answer to us will be able to get this free DVD. So go ahead and send in your answers. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at some current activities that are going on right here in our community. Age Well has Zumba, and Zumba is every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. And if you want to participate, you can email tracymurray41@gmail.com. And then also, I am sure you are well aware that you guys have new trash cans and new organic wastes. And just wanted to give you a heads up on that real quick. Just wanted to remind you that what goes in the green cart is organics, and that's food, pet food, food soiled paper, and greenery. And then the no's are highlighted in the red there. And then in the other ones, you can see that they want you to break down your boxes and put them in the appropriate bins. So just a reminder. And then in the last, please make sure that you keep your lids closed. That way the truck can come pick them up very easily, empty what's in there, and it's all good. So anyway, but if you have any questions and you would like more information about that, you will want to contact the City of Laguna Woods. You can call them at 949-625-6735, or you can contact the cityoflagunawoods.org/LWV Organics. All right, let's take a look at our weather before we head out. Really nice skies the whole rest of this week, as well as into the weekend. We are looking at 68-48, 69-48, 71-48, 74-49, and 76-52. Have a great Monday. We'll see you again here on Village Television tomorrow at 9. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
People with hearing loss only know the way they hear, not how much better they should be hearing. How well are you hearing? Are you understanding 60% or maybe only 30%? You don't know unless someone measures your hearing understanding ability. People are wearing hearing aids that are underfit with power, not programmed properly, the physical fit is too loose or too tight. Find out what your understanding score is with a special word test from Advanced Ear Care. Stop in today and tell them Stuart sent you.
It's hard to see how things can get back to normal these days, but eventually it will, and you'll be back to taking in all our wonderful world has to offer. Gorgeous sunsets, California's coast, and more. And Harvard Eye will continue to be here for you so you're able to see it all, just like we've always been for over 45 years. Now you have virtual access to our doctors with telehealth visits for any eye concerns and access to in-office visits for eye emergencies. Call or email us to learn more. Together, we'll see each other through this.